Turkeys hang out with turkeys, eagles hang out with eagles. Carlos was the leader of the fucking turkey. I was being held hostage. In fact, my former business partner was right by my side for this 2-year stint of being locked up. Let me tell you, being locked up sucks. We had done what so many well-meaning business owners do. We gave away all of our power to toxic employees. How fucking crazy is that? At the time, we co-owned a painting company doing hundreds of projects a year. There was never-ending pressure, like I'm sure many of you feel. Keep the money machine going. And guys, to do this, sadly, we swept a lot of things under the rug in order to try to keep peace with our team. We were afraid to lose them and not hit production schedules. Show of hands if you ever felt that way, where they have you and you know you're a hostage. Like maybe you're not in a real jail, but they're holding your goners like this and they're squeezing and they know that they got you right by these things. And there's only one person in the world who I want getting me by these things, and it's the Queen. Here's the deal. We would hear things like, I'm not working on Joe's crew, one guy would say. I'm only gonna work on Sam's crew, or if you want me to stay, you need to pay me another $1, somebody would threaten. I could share dozens and dozens of stories of how we caved to their every demand because we allowed fear to dictate how we showed up. So after a couple years of, high-level negotiation with these terrorists, these toxic guys who thought they could lead us around by a nose ring, things came to a head and they had to change, and they forever changed. And I'm grateful for that. There were 5 of these 12 employees that were amazing. I'm going to tell you the story here, all right? 5 of them were amazing, and there were 7 who were causing chaos and hurting the overall culture. We kept them. We should have fired them like a week in, but we kept them for like over 2 years because we were chicken shit to get rid of them because we needed guys. Here's how it came to a head. I showed up to a job site everyone was working on. The whole crew was there. It was a Monday morning. One of my crew leaders pulls me aside to share a concern that he had with Carlos. We'll just call him Carlos. Carlos was a pain in the ass on the Smith job. We were working on another project on Saturday. This project required us, the crew that was there, to be in the basement of somebody's home, and we had to strip and restain a beautiful custom built-in bar. Our crew leader asked Carlos to go get a work light. He says, dude, you need a work light. It's too dark around that part of the basement there. There's a work light in the truck. Go get it. Carlos refused to do it. Just said, no, I can see. Everything's fine. I'm not going to get the light. And he refused to go get the light. Ridiculous, right? Isn't this fucking crazy? I listened to my crew leader share with me the story of how he tried to reason with Carlos. I think he handled it in a great way. He went up himself, got the light, set it up so that Carlos didn't fuck up the work in the dark area of the bar that he had to strip and restain. I listened to all this story, and then I call for Carlos to come outside, and I asked him what the issue was on Saturday. I'm like, hey, Carlos, what was the issue? And he's like, So long story short, I said to him, what's the deal with Saturday? He says to me, if you want me to listen to him, and he points to the crew leader, then you're going to have to pay me more money. I smiled at Carlos and I looked him in the eye and I said, dude, you can get your things and you can leave because you don't work here anymore. And he went into the house to get his things. And a couple other things said on the way into the house, his direction towards mine that probably wasn't very pleasant. I'll spare you that. But guys, that's when things got crazy. See, what happened is Carlos went into the house to get his tools, and another guy came out and said, if you fire him, I'm gonna quit. And I said, dude, you don't need to quit. It's all good, because you're fired too. Get your shit and get the fuck off my job site. Over the next 20 minutes, 5 more people were fired. What do they call it? Eagles fly with the eagles, and what's the other one? Ducks? Is it ducks? What is it? I don't know what it is. Turkeys, that's what it is. Turkeys hang out with turkeys, eagles hang out with eagles. Carlos was the leader of the fucking turkeys. These other 5 guys came out. I don't know if any of you guys in the trades can relate to this. This guy's related to this guy's dating his sister, this guy's ride. These 7 were connected in all these different ways, and I had no choice but to just chop it off. I knew that this was my moment in time to set things right, take back control of the company. To their credit, they all tried to go bat for each other. So there was honor among thieves, if you want to call it that. But I let go of these 7 employees that had truly been holding us hostage for over 2 years. They left the job site. I gathered the remaining 5 teammates together. I thanked them for being kick-ass. I gave them all a significant raise on the spot. After this, I went out to my truck. I grabbed my handy-dandy super communication tool called a flip phone at the time. I don't have a flip phone anymore. Probably should have a flip phone. Wouldn't it be nice to have a flip phone? Like, seriously, think about this. You wouldn't have all these notifications going off all the time. Stupid people wouldn't be texting you. Like, seriously, get a flip phone with 0 texting or any other capabilities. It's kind of nice. I called my partner. I said, hey, I got good news and I got some bad news. He said, give me the good news. That's always how he did it. He always wanted the good news first. I have taken back control of our company. I feel like Tom Hanks when he made fire in the movie Castaway. I have made fire. Triumphant. The bad news is I fired 7 of our 12 teammates, to which he said, good job, we'll figure it out. Here's the thing. I've learned a few lessons from this, which is the point of me doing this video for you guys here. I want to share some of these lessons that I learned with you about leadership, about running a business. Before I do that, though, I think it's important to share with you the results of the pruning of the shitheads. First, morale increased immediately because the eagles were tired of hanging around the turkeys. The right 5 people immediately had more of a bounce in their step, and they didn't feel like they had to walk on eggshells around these other morons for fear of the wrath of the 7. Next, our production with just 5 employees went through the roof. With the entitled ones out of the way, the remaining 5 produced more work than the whole 12 did before at a higher quality. They worked as a team. They weren't arguing with crew leaders. They weren't going, I'm not working with them and I'm not doing. We had less callbacks. Quality improved. Profits soared immediately. Finally, we had a strong foundation of high-charactered individuals to build on. So if you're holding on to the wrong people, it is crushing your profits. I got 4 quick lessons I'm going to give you here, bullet point wise. Rapid fire. Bam, 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 bam. Number 1, as I look back, never give away power in your company. I gave mine away because I was insecure. I was insecure because I didn't work on developing a stronger me. We talk about strong you, strong home, strong business here in the Contractor Fight. I wasn't following that. And I was insecure. I wasn't working on me. I wasn't in shape physically. I wasn't in shape mentally. I just thought I had no power. I didn't believe in myself. There were so many different things. I was very young in my career. So guys, lesson number 1, don't give your power away. Lesson number 2, never allow fear to guide the decisions you need to make as a leader. Like I said, fear kept us from taking the action that we needed to take for over 2 years. Think about, you know this, when you have a decision you need to make and it's a tough decision and you're afraid to make it and you don't make it, you are just carrying that around with you and it weighs on you. The minute I cut loose these 7 shitheads, I was immediately lighter in every way. Never allow fear to guide the decisions you need to make as a leader. Do what you fucking need to do. Number 3, lesson I learned, create and live by your non-negotiable standards or values in your company. Talk about them, model them. For instance, if you have a value in your company called earn confidence, like we do in the Contractor Fight, and you tolerate people in the business not doing their job, which would in turn earn the confidence of your clients and other coworkers and vendors and industry partners, and you keep that person, you're violating your own values. So don't tolerate anyone or anything that doesn't fit with who you choose to be as a company. Create those non-negotiable standards. And number 4, this one's big. This is big. When you first think I should fire that person, that's your sign to fire that person. 100% of the time that I've thought to myself through my career well over 2 decades in many businesses, 100% of the time I thought to myself, this person needs to go, they end up going. And it's usually later than they should have ended up going. It's challenging leading an organization, regardless of the size, whether you got 1 employee, you got 50 employees or 100 employees, I don't care. Every day as a business owner brings new adventures and challenges. The greatest lesson I've learned is that people are everything and they deserve to have somebody serve them and lead them with integrity. Somebody to serve them and lead them with excellence. Your job, if you want your business to grow, you want your business business to be profitable, you want your business to have a great reputation, it's going to require you looking in the mirror as a leader, owning your crap and making the needed changes necessary so that you can show up better for your people and the people they have at home, because everything we do as a leader trickles down. Take action today to become a stronger leader. Now, I mentioned that when you get rid of the wrong people and you keep the right ones, invest into them, good things happen and profits soar. So that's why I want you to check out this video right here on Contractor Math 101. If you are in any way, shape, or form confused about the math and the numbers of your business, this is going to